Okay, let's move on to number six, the other new release, The Fifth Wave. It stars Coley Moretz. It's based on a YA novel about invading aliens that takes over people's bodies. I put in about 10.7 million over the weekend, and the budget is 38, which surprises me. I thought it would cost more in the 70 million range. And
Yeah, yeah.
this is and The Fifth Wave is the movie that I thought would do better than the rest of the new openings, but it actually did worse.
I wasn't too high on it either. I was thinking 10 million too. The East Coast storm kind of affected everything. Even if you add 10% to the fifth wave, it would still not be good enough. But the budget is pretty modest, and if they're thinking about, I think I read everywhere that they were thinking about launching this as the next, YA franchise, and that's 10.7 million. It's not going to launch a franchise. It's going to have trouble recouping its modest 38 million budget.
Well, domestically, at least, right? I
Yeah,
mean, we still
domestically,
have
yeah.
the overseas. I mean, overseas right now, it's at 27 million.
Yeah,
Um,
which is not bad. So it might make money eventually worldwide. If it makes 120 million worldwide, then they'll make sequels. But if it makes 80, they'll probably go direct to video, or they'll make a TV show out of it.
mhm.
Kind of like what is that? The City of Bones. It didn't do well enough in theaters to launch a franchise, but they ended up turning it into a TV show.
Well, here's the thing. I think some books or whatever are better as a TV show, instead of a movie. It's just
Mm.
like some movies or some stories need longer format to tell.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially, I think YA novels is like when you cast these nobodies or characters, like young actors, it's hard to cast
Yep.
young actors because they're not experienced with the craft.
I think the CW, is the CW network still around?
I believe so.
Okay, if they are, that would be the perfect channel or the perfect network for these kind of films, YA films. It's like the perfect demographic.
Right, right. But that's what I'm saying is like young actors in movies are kind of dicey because like it's hard to really find young actors that are really good
Hmm.
and able to carry a film.
But the pro is that they're cheap.
Still, you need to pull in people. The cheap does not
Yeah,
mean you're just throwing good money out with the bad.
yeah. There has to be a balance. Some studios balance it by, you hire these young new actors, but you round them out with seasoned vets who are not big box office draws, but who are very good actors and add respectability. Kind of like what Michael Bay does with his action movies. He hire Oscar-winning actors to, do supporting roles just to add some credibility.
If the budget is true, you have 38 million to work with, right? I think most of the stuff went into the special effects, and I don't think you can hire any seasoned vets.
Like you, I'm surprised this movie looked a lot more expensive than 38 million. So I'm kind of impressed. Unless all of the effects that they showed us or in the trailer and they only last a couple minutes.
It could be, and that could
Yeah.
explain the weekend
The
opening
modest budget.
number. But we know that there won't be a sixth wave, right?
It depends. If it gets to 120 million worldwide, we might see a sixth wave.
Okay, overseas again. It's that
Yeah,
overseas market,
overseas.
those darn
Yeah,
overseas market.
yeah. A 40 million budget, if it makes 3 times its budget worldwide, they'll probably crank out a sequel.
All right, and that's what we will keep an eye on.